dugsiga boardingka iyo maalinlaha ah ee Amano Boarding and Day School.
Good morning, children. This is yet another great day. It is rainy, and I'm hoping that you're actually staying indoors and helping your parents, and as well as finishing your work. So today we have our lesson on the board today, and it is gonna be science. And of course, every day as we keep on starting our lesson, I always try to remind you about the dates of today. I know many of you at home cannot even remember when is today, when was yesterday, when is tomorrow. So today is on the 22nd, the 4th. Of course, 4th is which month, children? I keep telling you about this. 4th is the April of which month? The April, month of April, and the year is 2020. And our lesson today is science. Our lesson today is science, and we are looking at our topic, which is food. Remember, we are still looking at this topic. We have been looking at it severally, and we are still on foods. But today, our subtopic, or maybe a smaller topic to help us understand this topic of today, is using our senses to identify foods. Using our senses to identify foods. Now, for example, we have to start by reminding ourselves what are the senses that we have. The senses that we have are very important in our lives, and they help us to do several things in our lives. They help us to be able to manage things and to touch things and to move on with everything that we need to do in life. So we have 5 senses in our lives. We have 5 senses in our lives, and they are as follows. These senses are as follows. The first sense is the sense of sight. The sense of sight, it is our eyes. We have our eyes. These are our eyes. And we use our eyes to be able to help us to see. Can you imagine if you are actually blind? A blind person is someone who cannot be able to see. It is very difficult for you to do anything if you're not able to see. So the sense of sight is very important to us. And then the second one is hearing. Now, we use our ears to hear. We use our ears to hear. We use our ears to hear. These ears are also very important in our lives, because if I have to know what the teacher is teaching, of course, I will be told by the teacher, sit upright, fold your answers, and let us begin our lesson. And to begin our lesson it means that you put your ears right open, and then you will be able to hear what the teacher is telling you, maybe what your parents are asking you to do, by the sense of hearing, which is used by our ears. The sense of smell. This is our nose. This is our nose, and it is the best sense. It is one of the best, one of the senses that helps us in our lives. For us to be able to smell, to sense something, we can use the sense of smelling. Okay, we use the nose to be able to smell the good things, the things which are actually smelling nice, and the ones which are actually not smelling very good. Okay. Then sense of touch. Sense of touch is actually found in our fingers, or maybe it's found in our hands. We use our hands to be able to touch something, to be able to feel something. Like the people who are actually blind, they always use mostly the sense of touch. Why? They can be able to feel something by touching with their hands. Then we have the sense of taste. Sense of taste is found on our tongue. Sense of taste is found on our tongue. This tongue is very important because it can help us to be able to taste and know this thing is bitter, this thing is sweet. I mean, we are able to use that so that we can be able to. Now we were continuing with our lesson today, and this is helping us to understand more about the sense organs. If we look on the board, we have the sense organs. the sense organs and the pictures. This is to help us understand a little bit more about our lesson today. And the first picture there is the ears. The first picture, as you can see, it is the ears. Now, what are ears used for? The ears are used for hearing. Children, the ears are used for hearing. Picture number 2 there, it is the eyes. What are the eyes used for? The eyes are used for seeing. Children, the eyes are used for doing what? For seeing different things and just looking around. Then we have the other sense organ is the nose. The nose is used for smelling, and our hands are used for touching. The last sense organ of our lesson today is sense of tasting, and that is our tongue. There is a picture of the tongue that is used for tasting. Now, to understand our lesson and to be able to practice more on this lesson today, we have to understand one thing, that these senses are very important in our life and they help us in many ways. So, what are they for? Now, I use my senses to find out about things surrounding us or things surrounding me. I use my senses to be able to practice and find out the things which are surrounding me. For example, I can hear. What do I use for hearing? The ears. I can taste. What do I use for tasting? The tongue. I can smell. What do I use for smelling? The nose. I can touch. What do I use for touching? I use the hands for touching. And I can see. What do I use for seeing? I use my eyes for seeing. Okay, children, I wish to end this lesson today, but I do wish you the best, and please remember to subscribe, remember to do your homeworks, remember to do everything that we actually send you at home. Enjoy your holiday and keep safe. Bye.